like we were on New Year's all those years ago.
It's been too long since we danced like this.
When I'm in your arms like this, I feel like everything is going to be all right.
I know it will. As I followed my heart, that led me back to you.
So you need to keep following your heart. Is that what you're trying to say?
I gotta do what's best for me and my family. So I'm gonna accept my dad's offer. I'm gonna go back to Newman.